Good afternoon. Welcome to the May 2015 Graduation Convocation Ceremony for the IU Bloomington School of Education. My name is Rob Kunzman. I'm the Associate Dean for Teacher Education. We're gathered here to celebrate the accomplishments of students who have completed the requirements for bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees from the School of Education. In addition, many of these students have concurrently been working toward licensing as teachers, counselors, or school administrators. Our program today will be relatively short and will include a few words from Gerardo Gonzalez, the Dean of the School of Education, Larry Lafferty from our Alumni Board of Directors, and brief remarks from one of our graduating students. Finally, we'll have all the graduates line up and come forward to be congratulated by Dean Gonzalez. Each graduate should have a white card on which to write personal information that will be read out while you're being recognized. If you don't have a white card, you can get one from the greeters as you line up toward the end of the ceremony. We are extremely proud of every one of our graduates, so please show your respect by remaining here until the end of our brief program. It can be disruptive and distracting if audience members leave during the congratulation portion of the ceremony. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our faculty readers, Dr. Melissa Keller, Professor of Early Childhood and Elementary Education, and Dr. Adam Maltese, a Professor of Science Education. Now I'd like to introduce Gerardo Gonzalez, Dean of the School of Education, who will offer some words to honor our graduates.
Goodness gracious. Good morning, afternoon. Hope you all had a great morning today, sitting out there in the warm sun. Could have been rain, you know. It's all a matter of perspective. Well, good afternoon. And first of all, to our graduates, this is certainly a day to celebrate your accomplishment and reflect on your achievements. So may I ask the graduates, I know you've been sitting and saying a lot today, but could I ask you to say one more time to recognize you here in our own School of Education? Our graduates. Congratulations. Now, I know, and you know, that this is not just an individual achievement. Getting a degree and getting an education is really a family and a community endeavor. So may I ask the parents who are here today to stand and also be recognized. Congratulations. And I take it that there are probably a few grandparents here as well. So may I ask the grandparents to also stand or maybe raise your hands and let's be recognized. And I'd be surprised if some of the graduates didn't also bring their boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and sons and daughters who, so those family members, boyfriends, girlfriends who are here also stand and be recognized. All right. And just I miss anybody, all the significant others, friends, supporters, colleagues who are here to support these graduates, please stand and be recognized as well. All right. Well, congratulations to each and every one of you, and also on this eve of Mother's Day, a special word of congratulations to the mothers in the room. This is a special day and one of new beginnings. Many of you are graduates, may already have lined up a job. Many of you may not. For those, I'm sure your parents hope that you have one soon. We are confident that you will. Let me offer a bit of advice for whatever new endeavor is ahead of you. There will be a bit of a learning curve wherever you start. You can expect the unexpected. Take, for example, the story of a new teacher at a middle school. The principal, walking through the hallway, noticed that this teacher was outside his classroom, leaning his forehead against the locker. the principal heard her mother, "How did you get yourself into this?" The principal sensed the moment to offer support to the teacher. He knew that the new teacher not only had to adjust to his new job, but was assigned a particularly challenging class. So he leaned over and asked, "Are you okay?" And added, "Can I help?" The teacher lifted his head off the locker and said, "I'll be fine as soon as I can get this kid out of the locker." That should also be a lesson that appearances can be deceiving. Those of you who are going to be teachers, educational administrators, and researchers know that it takes diligence to improve teaching and learning. Education is not a profession where decisions can be made either lightly or off the cuff. All of you receiving your degrees here today have learned well the need for very close and careful work on the challenges that will confront you. It is the unfortunate truth that we face. For the toughest problems in education, there are no easy answers. Anyone who promises a can't-miss type of solution or to our biggest problems is, at best, misguided. This is challenging work. This is difficult work. As we have said often in the materials we use to recruit new students, the IU School of Education is for those who dare to teach. Many of you sitting here have taken that dare. I am sure it will pay dividends for you and for those you touch in your careers. Something I have said many times over the years that I still believe to be true is that education is a great equalizer. It is true that if you want to change the world, education is the key. It is why many of you have seen throughout this semester 14 remarkable African women here study to change their own world. The IU School of Education had planned a program through the United States Agency for International Development that would take our faculty to the world's newest country, South Sudan, for a program focused on improving education for women in that nation. While Sudan has suffered through 20 years of civil war, it was thought that matters had calmed down enough in early 2014 to start the program there. Unfortunately, they had not. New fighting broke out just before the first of the year, and the program had to be scrapped. But because of the importance of its mission, our faculty and USA revamped the program to keep it alive. That is why these women are here. Instead of IU going to Sudan, to South Sudan came to IU. They are studying to earn master's degrees in secondary education, focusing particularly on education in emergencies. Subject to completion of their master's thesis, all of them were conferred their degrees at the graduate commencement yesterday. Persevering with education in the midst of an emergency situation is something these women know very well. One speaks of her own education, interrupted and disrupted by the 2 decades-long war. She was forced into a refugee camp in Uganda, where stones served as seats, the school roof was the sky, and the teachers and the resources were quite limited. Now, she and her colleagues will complete their studies in the coming weeks and return home. Even as the latest conflict still smolders, they have a very clear charge. They will take their new knowledge of educational leadership to help prepare more teachers and especially help educate more women and girls in South Sudan. They will also be equipped with new peace-building and conflict resolution skills that are so important at this time in their country, and I'm afraid, sadly, in ours as well. Because education is the great equalizer. They have come here. It is no accident that the 14 women represent 10 different ethnic groups from across the country. Perhaps coming from different backgrounds, they go back bound by a common experience and a shared belief in the power of education. That power is necessary to overcome ignorance, which in turn can overcome conflict and war. As the great South African leader Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. These young ladies are going to join us for the afternoon session, and they will be accompanied by His Excellency Garang Dieng Akong, the Ambassador of the Republic of South Sudan to the United States. Of course, I can attest to the power of education personally, and not simply because I happen to lead one of the nation's top schools of education. At age 11, my family and I arrived in Miami, finally allowed to leave our home nation of Cuba, but only taking the clothes we wore and, believe it or not, 2 bottles of Bacardi. Given to us, by the way, by the Cuban government as a way, apparently, to promote their products, despite the chilly trade relations between the U.S. and Castro's Cuba. I was then, like many of the students, many of you may see in the classrooms where you will teach. I spoke no English. I had little understanding of how the American educational system worked. In short order, I found myself in trouble for reasons I really didn't understand. To avoid punishment, I made a decision to keep quiet and become invisible in the school system. That plan worked, sort of. I graduated high school and I got a job working in a men's clothing store soon after that. I thought that was the future, and I was going to live happily ever after. But then came the time for me to reevaluate everything. The economy went into recession, and the store closed. I truly did not know what to do. Through the suggestion of a friend, I entered Miami-Dade Community College. It was there that a whole new world opened to me. The more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. I simply could not get enough as I studied the great works of literature and other topics I had barely been exposed to. It drove me to pursue bachelor's and graduate degrees at the University of Florida. I rose through the faculty ranks to become Associate Dean and Interim Dean of the College of Education at Florida, leaving that role to become Dean of the IU School of Education in 2000. That is a short version of how I got here. But I can assure you that the many details are fresh in my mind as I stand before you today on the occasion of my final convocation ceremony as Dean. I will conclude 15 years of service as Dean of Education at the end of next month and return to the faculty. Envisioning today's scene in my mind as an 11-year-old Cuban immigrant was truly impossible. It was still impossible to imagine as I entered Miami-Dade Community College. But it was that powerful weapon, one I did not fully understand at the time, which changed my world. That was more than 50 years ago. But just last week, one of the leading presidential candidates said that the immigration issue, which will loom large in the 2016 election, is fundamentally an education issue. Education changed my life, and it will continue to change yours. Your charge is to make sure it changes that of others as well. You are equipped with a fine education and solid credentials. You have a love for learning that is the soul of any great educator. And like me, those many years ago, you can't possibly imagine all the things that lie ahead as you begin the journey you start here today. But because you are well prepared, we expect you to make a difference. As I said, there are no easy answers and no quick solutions to education problems. You work hard, and you will encounter failure as well as success. Still, the magic of education is that you'll get to see how successful you've been in the years after a student has walked through your classroom. You make a discovery or uncover a solution that leads others to find their own way. As the author, C.S. Lewis put it, quote, "The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts." In other words, your charge, graduates, is to go forward and help quench the thirst of a world in need of the transformative power of education. It will not be easy, but it will be rewarding. And you will, in fact, change the world. Congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you, Gerardo, for your inspiring words, as well as for your tremendous service to the School of Education during your tenure as Dean. I'd like to now introduce our alumni speaker, Larry Lafferty. Larry is a proud IU alum, lifelong educator, and the recently retired principal of Oolitic Middle School. Larry continues to serve the School of Education through our Alumni Association Board of Directors, advocating for important issues in education and strengthening our connections across the state. Larry, we're honored to have you speak with us today.
Dean Gonzalez, that was amazing. Thank you very much. This is a total rush. Wasn't it amazing? I thought it was amazing. Now stop it, because I'm going to get emotional if you keep it up. This standing in front of you is a total rush on two accounts. One of them was, this is so exciting. I'm glad you wore your graduation gear, because one time I spoke here, I didn't know who was a graduate and who wasn't, and I thought I had some girl engaged in what I was saying. I think she was a nurse somewhere. But anyway, I'm glad you all wore your stuff. What's going to happen to the schools in the state and the nation, looking at all of you, is going to be something that's really exciting. That's part of the rush. The other part of the rush is I get to be the one to officially welcome you to Indiana University Alumni Association. You are now part of 600,000 of us. That's a lot. In fact, we are third in the nation. I don't know who's first and second, and we don't care. We just know that we're third. And here's was the scenario started 4 years ago. You came to Bloomington. Somehow you decided you wanted to go to IU. You came to Bloomington. You got hooked into whatever this it factor is that is part of Indiana University. And you thought, I could do this for the rest of my life. Well, you can't. You gotta go out there, get a job, and teach the students. And I think it's ironic that you mentioned middle school. Middle school is the center of the world as far as I'm concerned. So those of you that picked middle school, more power to you. There are 68,000 School of Ed graduates now, and 100 alumni association branches around the United States that you can plug yourself into so that you can stay connected. And I'm going to point out this afternoon that there better be a new one starting in South Suzanne, right? Somebody buy them some Indiana logo. So what's going to happen is you got a card, I think, to fill out so that you can, for the first year, it's all free, it's all gratis. You'll get one of these every month. And when it comes in the mail, you're going to go, I'm still connected. Okay, parents, a lifetime membership is an amazing, to the Alumni Association, is an amazing gift that you can give to your children. It lasts forever, and I know I sound like a commercial now, but every time it comes in the mail, they're going to thank you that you did that for them. So welcome to the Alumni Association. We are a big deal. And thank you, Gerardo, for all the things you've done for us.
Thank you, Larry. I'd now like to introduce our undergraduate speaker, Kelsey Shrewsbury, who has earned a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education with honors. She hails from Avon, Indiana, and during her time at IU has certainly made her mark. She fills her free time by volunteering for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which grants wishes to children with life-threatening illness. In terms of her professional preparation, Kelsey was recently honored by the Indiana Association of Colleges for Teacher Education with their Outstanding Future Educator Award for her exemplary student teaching performance. We are very proud of all she has accomplished already, and we are confident that she will have a profound and lasting impact on her future students and school community. Please join me in welcoming Kelsey Shrewsbury.
Okay, so I was given this selfie stick, so I need to take a selfie with everyone here before I begin, okay? Everyone smile. All right. Well, first of all, I would just like to express how humbled I am to be here to address you guys today. And I would also like to say, everyone please give a round of applause to the graduates of 2015. Now, graduates, esteemed faculty, and families, everyone please close your eyes. Seriously, do I have to get my teacher voice out? Claire, your eyes are still open. Please shut them. Okay. All right, take a deep breath and travel to that classroom that changed you. What can you see? Who can you see? And what can you smell? Remember every minute detail. For me, it was my first grade teacher, Mrs. Susie. I can remember her eternal smile. There was an ever-present scent of eraser shavings and sharpened pencils. I see my best friends in the cozy reading center. You see, Mrs. Susie was a devoted reader. Captivated, her students hung on to every last word as she read to us. Mrs. Susie wasn't just a memorable teacher from my past educators. She is one of the reasons I became an educator myself. Her love of learning fixated itself upon my heart and instilled within me a dream to teach. Think again to what you yourself have imagined. What you have remembered is a life-altering impression. The teacher that you envision changed your life in some way. We all have completed our student teaching, and I'm sure as I did, you all had your highs and lows. The highs are unexplainable bouts of brightness, and the lows are moments of great weakness and sadness. But recall that classroom that changed it all for you. Even in the low moments, your teacher inspired you to be an educator. Don't let the lows hinder you from modeling the future. So preciously in our hands will generations pass. Year after year, 28 new pairs of eyes will stare up at you. Some full of curiosity, already unlocked, others sitting like safes, ready to be cracked. The composure and fervor that you show every day, in the good and in the bad, will be remembered. Now, many of you in the audience remember a time where a classroom was chalk on chalkboard and raggedy books. However, my classmates and I remember a time of transition, from whiteboards to smartboards, pristine, new, or barely used books. Some of us may have had the opportunity to use an iPad. Technology is changing our field of work and study. It is an ever-present threat and ally to education. As our high school teachers are well aware, it can be a constant nuisance and a frustration, but it can be the only lifeline we have to reaching our students. Our special education teachers know that sometimes technology can unlock a world of possibilities. With autism, it has shown to create more open communication. Administrators, you of all are charged with the power to decide the influx and outflux of technology in our schools. In your hands, you have some of the most difficult decisions to make. Art, music, and gym teachers, you too have the luxury or disdain of choice. Art, do we use our hands or do unfathomable things in front of computer screens? Music, the world of sound is at your fingertips. Are you creating the next DJs or will you choose a more classic route? Gym teachers, you are faced with a generation of less active students. Can you balance video games with a love for physical activity? Now families, as your graduates find their way in the world, remember to ask how their first day of school went. Remember that you too are charged with a great responsibility. On those days of sadness and weakness, you are the beacon of light, a subtle lighthouse reminder that no matter how bad it may get, that the highs are well worth the lows. Your role is vitally important to their success. And professors and faculty, or as I would like to call you, the Stark family, like Tony Stark, you have given us the Iron Man of suits. You have armed us with the knowledge to succeed in the immediate future, but you have also taught us that learning never ends. So with this, you have given us the tools for success. Graduates, as we venture out into the big, scary world of education, please remember the little details. Remember those who create in you the desire to inspire, to motivate, and to educate. As Walt Disney said, our greatest natural resource is the minds of our children. This is important as we hold their impressionable minds in our hands. As I leave you today, I want to ask you to remember one more thing. Remember when you came home after a full day of school and your parents asked, "What did you learn today?" No matter your answer then, answer this now. What will you learn tomorrow?
Thank you, Kelsey, for your inspiring words. We are proud to call you an alum. As we now turn to recognition of our individual graduates, I wanted to acknowledge the special red, white, gold, and purple cords that you will see some students wearing. These signify especially high academic achievement through the earning of IU academic honors and or membership in the Kappa Delta Pi Honor Society. I'd now like to ask students to line up to be recognized, starting back here behind Ms. Minderman, and we'll work our way around and give everyone a chance to be recognized.
All right, I'd like to introduce Caroline Elizabeth Reese from Charlestown, Indiana. She's getting a BS in elementary education with a license addition in reading. She says, "Thanks to all of my family and friends for their continuous love and support. These past 4 years have been everything I dreamed of and more. Go IU."
This is Alyssa Pacht from Sugar Land, Texas, And her degree, her bachelor's degree is in early childhood education. She would like to thank her parents for all their support. Congratulations.
Introducing David Hammond from Butler, Indiana, earning a BS in elementary education. I would like to thank my professors, my Delta Chi brothers, student athletic board members, my girlfriend Caitlin, and my parents for all the love and support these individuals have given me.
This is Madeline Leslie from Zionsville, Indiana, whose degree is in elementary education with a focus in mathematics. And she has written, I want to thank my family for encouraging me to chase my dreams, my friends for being people I can rely on when I need a laugh most, and my boyfriend for being there through all my stress, tears, achievements, and times of celebration these past 4 years.
Introduce Kylie Miller from Bloomington, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. I would like to thank my mom and dad, along with my stepmom and stepdad. They have supported me every step of the way through all of the indecisiveness, stress meltdowns, and self-doubt. And they were the ones who pulled me through to help me believe in myself. I also want to thank my boyfriend Eric, my sister, and Madeline Leslie for being a shoulder to lean on.
This is Ashley Bew from Downers Grove, Illinois. Her bachelor's degree is in elementary education, and she has written, I would like to thank my family, friends, and the IU School of Education family.
This is Lauren McDermott from Naperville, Illinois, earning a degree in elementary education. I couldn't have done it without the love and support of my mom, dad, twin brother, nanny, pop, grandma, and grandpa. Thank you all for everything.
Congratulations to Sarah Rose from Granger, Indiana, whose bachelor's degree is in elementary education. And she has written, thank you to my amazing family, cluster buddies, and wonderful boyfriend for all of their encouragement and support over the past 4 years.
This is Allison Mannion from Covington, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Sarah, Jenny, and Jesse. Love you guys.
This is Jennifer DeGraff from Zionsville, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education with a reading specialty. And she has written, thank you, Dad, Mama, Eric, and family for being my biggest encouragers and inspiring me to be a teacher. Love you lots.
This is Erin Sturry from Bloomington, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me in achieving my goals. I love you.
This is Megan Van Pelt from Noblesville, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education, and she would like to thank Mom, Dad, Sid, Grandma, Joey, Dr. Hostler, Jill Shedd, Tina Honeycutt, and Ann DeCook.
This is Molly Schmieder from Naperville, Illinois, with a degree in elementary education. Special thanks to my family for their constant love and support.
Congratulations to Anna Rademacher from Louisville, Kentucky. Her degree is in elementary education, and she has written, thanks to my wonderful family for being here today and supporting me during the last 4 years.
This is Ellen Turnell from Carmel, Indiana. She's getting a degree in elementary education with a reading license addition. Thanks to Mom, Dad, my grandparents, Ben and Shelby, Josh, and the Singing Hoosiers family. Go Hoosiers.
Congratulations to Cheyenne Richardson from Indianapolis, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education, and she has written, I would like to thank my parents and family who have supported me on this long but worth it journey. Thank you, Nick, for listening to me complain through this journey.
This is Jacqueline Surmersheim from Greenwood, Indiana. She's an elementary education major and a health studies minor. Thanks to my amazing parents, Mike and Diane Surmersheim, my supportive brother Kevin, and my loving grandparents, Dean and Nancy Park, and Pat Surmersheim. Also, thanks to the wonderful teachers I've had here at IU. It's been 4 years I'll never forget. Oh, and vamos, Rafa.
Congratulations to Caitlin Villardo from Bloomington, Indiana. Her degree is in early childhood education, and she would like to thank my parents, Terry and Greg, the rest of my family who supported me, and the entire early childhood faculty.
This is Stephanie Serrato from Schererville, Indiana. She's getting a degree in elementary education with a reading license addition. I would like to thank my mom, dad, and grandmother for supporting me every step of the way. I would also like to thank Jimmy, Samantha, and Nicholas for love and support. I could not have done it without them. I love you all.
This is Caitlin Petkovich from St. John, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education with a concentration in mathematics. She's written, I would like to thank my supportive parents, loving siblings, and aunt, and my grandma, who has been such a role model.
This is Alexandra Browning from Zionsville, Indiana. She's getting a degree in visual arts education, and she'd like to thank her loving family, friends, and cats.
This is Nick Lawson from Indianapolis, Indiana. His degree is in elementary education, and he has written, thanks to Mom, Dad, Susan, Joe, Sarah, Aunt Faith, Brandon, Jody, Ellie, Bob, Myra, Brandy, and especially Rachel.
This is Hannah Pratt from Indianapolis. She's earning a degree in elementary education. She says, thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me the best 4 years at IU. Thank you, Nana and Papa, for always supporting me. I love you. Go Hoosiers.
This is Molly Kaysen from Carmel, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education, and she's written, I would like to thank my family for all their support. I love you.
This is Sarah Titzer from Newburgh, Indiana. She's getting a degree in early childhood education. Thank you to my parents, family, professors, and Kari Gent.
Congratulations to MZ Gua from Harbin, China. Her degree is in early childhood education, and she has written, thanks to my dear parents who support me to come to the U.S. and make my dream come true. This has been a life-changing opportunity for me.
This is Emma Butler from Indianapolis. She's earning a degree in elementary education with a Spanish minor. I want to thank my family for always supporting me and pushing me to do my best. All of my teachers and professors throughout my school career for giving me a love for learning and teaching.
Congratulations to Sean Martin from Carmel, Indiana. His degree is in elementary education. I would like to thank my family, my teachers, and my friends for their guidance, support, and love. My life wouldn't be what it is without each of you.
This is J.C. Scroggum from Spencer, Indiana, earning a degree in elementary education with a reading license. She would like to thank her friends, family, and everyone who has supported her decision to go into the greatest profession.
And this is Amanda Reinglass from Highland Park, Illinois. Her degree is in elementary education. I would like to thank my parents who have been there for me through it all. I would also like to thank Dr. Hostler, who made a large impact on me at IU.
This is Nicole Russell from Naperville, Illinois, earning a Bachelor of Science in elementary education. Thank you to my family for always supporting me in my dream to become a teacher.
This is Catherine Reynolds from Auburn, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education. I would like to thank my parents, brother, teammates, and School of Education family.
This is Rachel Fronick from Cedar Lake, Indiana, earning a degree in elementary education. I would like to thank my mom, brother, sister, and entire family for helping me succeed.
Congratulations to Jessie Horker from Barrington, Illinois. Her degree is in the Teaching All Learners program, elementary and special education, and she has written, "Thank you to my family, teachers, and friends for supporting me on this journey. Can't wait to see what the future holds."
This is Jessie Schoolcraft from Martinsville, Indiana, earning a degree in secondary social studies ed with a computer educator's license. Thank you to my parents, grandparents, Steph, Kathy, Brooke, Camden, and Cortland for sharing this special day with me. I couldn't have done it without your love and support. Love you all.
Congratulations to Barbara Holman from St. Charles, Illinois. Her degree is in early childhood education, and she has written, "Thanks to Mom and Dad for supporting me through the years, and to the early childhood professors that brought their passion into the classroom. I will never forget the inspiration shared with me at IU."
This is Nicolette Ludwig from LaPorte, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. I would like to thank all of my family and friends for all of their love and support, all the love and the support they've given me over the last 4 years, especially my mom and dad.
This is Alexandra Lake from Batesville, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education. I would like to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me and the wonderful friends I've made in my clusters. I love you guys.
This is James Lanham from Warsaw, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. I would like to thank my awesome family. Oh, and a big shout out to all my ed friends.
This is Grace Hurley from Indianapolis, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education. Thanks, Mom, for the best 4 years of my life and to everyone that has supported me along the way.
This is Shannon Mulrooney from Columbus, Indiana, earning a degree in elementary education. My time at IU can never be replaced. I've had such an amazing experience these past 4 years. I would especially like to thank my family and friends for their constant love and support.
This is Laura Luzak from Glen Ellen, Illinois. Her degree is in elementary education with a reading license addition. Thank you to my parents, Paul and Patricia, my twin brother Paul, and my 2 younger sisters, Colleen and Lisa. As well, my professors and fellow colleagues for pushing me to do my best. You all inspire me.
This is Jessica McCullough from Tipton, Indiana, earning a BS in elementary education with a reading license addition. She says, thank you to my friends and family who helped me get this far.
Congratulations to Brooke Heckard from Bedford, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education with a reading license addition, and she would like to thank her family for all their love and support.
This is Ashley Gainey from Greenfield, Indiana, earning a degree in elementary education with a reading license addition. She says, thank you to all my friends and family for the encouragement and support.
This is Michelle Bouillon from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Her degree is in early childhood education. Thank you to my family and friends who have supported me on this journey at IU.
This is Jessie Hostetter from Martinsville, Indiana, with a degree in elementary education. She says, special thanks to my mom, dad, husband, and best friend who are here today and who have supported me every step of the way.
Congratulations to Lane Paraki from Hammond, Indiana. Her degree is in early childhood education. I would like to thank my mom and dad, my sister Casey, my brother Logan, and my boyfriend Daniel for loving me and always believing in me.
This is Megan Falkenberg from Palatine, Illinois, with a degree in elementary education. She says, best 4 years of my life. Thanks to my family and friends. I love you all.
Congratulations to Molly McLeister of Fishers, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education with a reading license addition. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you have done to support me. You are the greatest parents, and I love you both.
This is Brittany Huckabee from Fishers, Indiana, who earned a degree in secondary English education with a minor in counseling. She says, thank you to my friends and family, especially Mom, Dad, and Ashley, who have supported me through this journey.
This is Claire Rogeman of Mishawaka, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education. I cannot thank my parents, siblings, and God enough for all they've done for me. I will always treasure my time here and will always be proud to be a Hoosier.
This is Katie Mills from right here in Bloomington, earning a degree in elementary education. She says, thanks, Mom and Dad, for all of your support. Thanks to all of my friends for being by my side, and thanks to God for his guidance.
Congratulations to Danielle Maddox of Bedford, Indiana. Her degree is in elementary education. She would like to thank God, Mom and Dad, Kelsey, and all my great friends I've made here at IU. Also, Leanna McLean, who became such an inspiration of how to be a great educator.
This is Samantha Stillwell from Philadelphia, PA. She is earning a degree in elementary education. She says, I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me through it all, the good times and the bad. It's been a long 4 years, but I could not have done it without you guys.
Last, but most definitely not least, this is Sarah Merritt from River Woods, Illinois. Her degree is in early childhood education. I would like to thank my family and friends for helping me to reach all of my goals.
As we conclude our ceremony, I'd like to thank our wonderful faculty readers, as well as all the people whose names are listed on the back of the program. Without their planning and efforts, this event wouldn't have been possible. One final recognition for all our graduates as they set out on their new adventures. Congratulations. Thank you very much for coming, and have a great day.